if you want to stop doubting your manifestation, if you have a lack of faith that your manifestation is going to happen, if you don't truly believe that you're going to get everything you're trying to manifest, and you need to get rid of that doubt that's essentially blocking your manifestation, what you're going to do instead of focusing on the doubt and instead of focusing on the lack of the things that you want is you're going to focus on the opposite. When you go to the hairstylist, if your hair is really orange or yellow, the way that they tone your hair and kind of counteract that is they use the color that's the opposite of that color. So if you're trying to get rid of yellow hair, they'll put purple shampoo, they'll put like purple toner in your hair. If you're trying to get rid of orange hair, they'll use blue toner, blue shampoo in your hair. And basically what you're doing is you're doing the opposite of what you don't like or what you don't want in order to get rid of it. So if there's a doubt or if there's a lack in the things that you're trying to bring forth, instead of focusing on the doubt or instead of focusing on the lack, you're gonna focus on the opposite. So the opposite of doubt would be having faith that it's gonna happen, really being confident that you're gonna get the things that you're manifesting. And if you struggle with this, if you struggle with having faith or if you struggle with confidence, the way that you build that up is through self-love. If you love yourself, if you believe in yourself, if you're confident in your ability to attract the things that you want, then it's going to pretty much override the feelings of doubt and the feelings of lack. And I talked about this previously, but your self-talk is really important in this process. The things that your inner dialogue, the things that you're saying to yourself will feed your subconscious, and it will either be positive things that's going to help you become more confident and more filled with self-love, and it's going to help you attract the things that you want a lot more easily, or it's going to be negative self-talk that's going to really tear down your confidence and build up feelings of anxiety and lack and essentially block your manifestation and make it more difficult for you to get the things that you're trying to bring in. And the idea of worthiness comes into play. A lot of people have this idea that they have to do something or they have to accomplish something in order to be deserving of the things that they want. Like if you're trying to manifest a person in your life, then you might think, okay, well I need to do this and that, and I need to have all of these things before I can then be ready to go out and meet people and date people and be deserving or worthy of love. But most of the time that's going to be the kind of negative self-talk and the kind of negativity and sort of misconception that's going to be holding you back and blocking your manifestation. So replacing that thought process with the idea that you are enough and that you are worthy and deserving of the things that you want right now without having to work really hard for it or without having to do certain things or accomplish certain things before you're then ready. Like sometimes people will think, well, I'm not gonna date now, I'm gonna wait till I'm really successful, or I'm gonna wait till I'm at a certain point in my career or I have a certain amount of money. But that just like doesn't really make any sense. If you're trying to think, I'm gonna wait till I have a ton of money and then I'll start dating because it'll be easier, well, that's a really easy and good way to attract people who really are only interested in you for your money. And at the end of the day, you would probably rather be with someone who's interested in you for you and not for your accomplishment and not for the things that you have. So it's counterintuitive to like wait to have certain things to then start looking for the people that you want. And for women, sometimes they'll think, oh, I want to lose weight first before I start dating. Okay, then you might attract people who are like only interested in you for your physical looks. And we know that physical looks will fade over time, so it's probably not setting yourself up for success if you're gonna wait. You're really just hindering your progress and you're really just standing in your own way. Instead, you're gonna practice self-love and self-confidence and do the things that will help build this up. So things like exercise, things like taking care of your body, self-care, eating healthy, having hobbies, doing things that you're interested in. These are things that will build confidence and self-love, and these are things that are going to build you up essentially, and you're going to replace the negative habits, the negative self-talk with these instead. You're going to build up your confidence, and you're going to just go for it. You're not going to wait for certain things to happen. It's kind of like going from A to B to C, when the straightest, fastest, and easiest route is to go straight from A to C, if that's where you want to be. But sometimes in our mind we will build up all of these things, all of these like hurdles for ourselves, and we'll be like, well, I'm not going to allow myself to be happy or to do the things that I want until I have X, Y, and Z. But in reality, you don't need those things. It's just something that you've built up in your mind. And a lot of the times that's how doubt and lack comes into play. Like, you're just building up all of these doubt in your mind. You're like, well, why would I get that? Well, am I deserving of it? So counteract that with the practice of self-confidence and self-love, and the practice of going for things even when you're not ready, going out of your comfort zone. The more you practice doing things that's uncomfortable, and the more you practice doing things that you don't necessarily enjoy, the easier it'll be for you to get the things that you want, because everything that you want right now most likely lives outside of your comfort zone. It's most likely not in your daily life, because if it was, you would already have it and you wouldn't want it anymore. Okay, that's it for today's little video. I hope that you found value in this. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with someone who might also find it to be impactful, and I will see you next time. Bye!